Hey everybody, this is Javier with the Real Javier Novoa channel. If you find my videos of value, please subscribe and like, because we have a lot of very interesting material coming out in the next few days that you won't want to miss. Also, it's the way we get the word out for these videos. So what did I want to talk about today as I am taking this meditative walk here in this beautiful neighborhood? What I wanted to highlight today and talk about today was just show up. Show up. Grant Cardone says, suit up and show up. And oftentimes that is all that you have to do. And sometimes in the world of the physical, that's all you can do, ladies and gentlemen. Especially when you're beginning or embarking upon some kind of project or some kind of intention that you have no idea how to take or what the next step is, and you have really no idea how to go about it, and resistance is paralyzing you. Yesterday we were talking about journaling as a way to get yourself unstuck, and that indeed is an action that you can take every time. But sometimes you just have to get a rough idea of what the next step might be, and then just suit up and show up, and then don't care about what the result is of that, because you have to focus upon what you can control. Never focus upon what you cannot control in the physical, because that's simply going to get you in the vibrational muck. Focus upon what you can control. And I would recommend reading the book The War of Art by the great Steven Pressfield. And he talks about so many topics that are germane to resistance and to getting started in your project and getting started in your art, whether that be business, whether that be spirituality, whether that be a calling or profession. And what he says is, one of the main ways to defeat resistance is going pro. And that means that you come at whatever your intention is with the mind of a professional. Like someone who's clocking into a job, for example. You show up every single day no matter what, even if you're sick, even if you're hurt, even if you don't feel like it, you show up, you clock in, even if your mind is not completely there, because oftentimes things are going to be subpar and you're not going to be completely in alignment. That's okay. The act of setting up habits and routines and being there every day no matter what is going to eventually get you into that pathway to getting what you want. And many people in the LOA community will disagree with this, and they'll say things like, no, you should just do whatever you want when you want. But that goes against a few facts that we know to be true. For example, sometimes when approaching your calling or when approaching your intention, there is no way that you can find, at least from your present vantage point, of feeling totally in alignment with it. So therefore, your only options are feel bad or feel a tiny bit better, even though that feeling is still bad. And when you take no action on something that you know you can do something on, oftentimes that leads you to feeling worse and to feeling stuck and falling down that emotional scale. So that's a benefit of that. The second really huge benefit of this is that we know from Vadim Zeland in reality transurfing and from the study of all of these modalities is that the more importance that you give something, the more elusive it becomes to you, because with assigning importance to something, there's more resistance. And the more resistance you have, of course, the bigger the prize at the end is going to be, but the longer time it's going to take, and the more you are going to be separated from it in time. So when you approach it as simply a work-a-day thing and you establish routines and habits around it, you reduce a lot of the resistance of that, and you simply look at it as people look at their jobs or their work. And so that in itself helps it come to you. So what I recommend again, show up no matter what. If you feel stuck in your projects, if you can't get aligned with your project, but you love something so much and you know that is your calling, whether it's starting a business, whether it's writing that book, whether it's taking up that spiritual practice, just show up. And don't really care in the primary stages about your feeling. Because, again, as we've done many times in this course, we separate emotions and feelings. Feelings do not matter. Feelings are simply a part of the circumstance that's around you at the present time, which you can change with the tools that we give in this course in the category of context, which I go into in my Scales of Being video. So you can change everything about your circumstances. And remember, circumstances do not matter. Only state of being matters. And when you show up and suit up, and when you start doing your work, as Stephen Pressfield says, when you put your physical body where your heart wants to be, you are automatically taking a stance in that new circumstance, in that new context. And that in itself is going to supercharge the attraction of your desire to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Javier Novoa, just reminding you, show up, get into state, remain in state, and watch all of your desires unfold. We are going to be releasing a few more videos this weekend. Please subscribe and like my channel, as I said, so we can get the word out to as many people as possible. I really appreciate it. With great love and appreciation, this is Javier, and I'll see you very soon.